Here are some red flags that we probably missed. The couple's obsession with the number 4 might seem cute until claims of one person controlling the other come into play. It's probably just a coincidence that both don't forget to remind yourself that nothing in this world is perfect next time someone tries to push the perfection analogy your way. That's right. Having said that, it seems like Jay-Z and Beyoncé are far from being perfect, given the bizarre footage that has not only confirmed how Jay-Z made Beyoncé dependent on drugs, but how fans are losing their minds after knowing the details of it all. Here's what happened. We have been accustomed to the fact that prominent people would engage in romantic relationships and even get married in order to further their careers and maintain their relevance in the public eye. On the other hand, the fact that the power couple Beyoncé and Jay-Z are also in a sham marriage came as a complete surprise to the vast majority of people. And despite our best efforts, things are not going as smoothly as we had anticipated. This is because things are said to have gotten so bad in the Carter household that Jay-Z is supposedly attempting to maintain control over Beyoncé by ensuring that she remains under the influence of drugs. And things are not going as smoothly as we all thought. Apparently, things have gone so bad in the Carter household to the point that Jay-Z is allegedly trying to control Beyoncé by keeping her intoxicated. But is Queen Bey really a prisoner in her own home? Honestly, it seems like the beautiful universe inhabited by the king and queen of the pop world, Jay-Z and Beyoncé, is not quite as wonderful as it may seem at first glance. Their picture-perfect lives have been shattered by the revelation of shocking secrets and scandals, including drug addiction, hot affairs, and a secret love child. Former Miss Belgium during a night out in Antwerp, Claudia Schillen stated that Jay-Z bought her a drink and extensively flirted with her. She also claimed that he touched her inappropriately. In the year 2010, additional reports circulated that adult film star Jasmine Cashmere became pregnant as a result of an affair with Jay-Z. On her Twitter account, she subsequently disproved the claim. However, the National Enquirer stated that Jay-Z paid her off and gave her a mansion in the amount of $2.5 million. Jay-Z also disputed the allegations, which is basically far out of the realm of sanity. Soon after Beyoncé revealed that she was expecting a child, allegations began to circulate that Jay-Z already had a son with model Chanel Scott that he was hiding. As per Gerald Andrews, they did DNA tests. It's been determined that he's Jay-Z's baby. Jay-Z's camp vehemently denied the claims. It is important not to forget that in 2004, there were allegations circulating that Jay-Z had fathered a love child with Free, who is a prominent co-host on the Bet Show 106 in Park. Both parties were adamant that there was no sexual encounter. However, earlier in 2014, rapper LIV made statements to a number of different media sites claiming that Jay-Z had sexually harassed her in 2008 while he was dating Beyoncé. There were no further developments, and Jay-Z did not offer any commentary, yet the event did take place. And of course, all of Jay-Z's infuriating behavior had to rub off on Beyoncé, as evidenced by the fact that in 2009, the National Enquirer stated that Michelle Obama was aggravated by Beyoncé's proximity to Barack. And naturally, we should investigate the drug aspect right now. It was claimed some time ago that Norman Oosterbrook, a former bodyguard for Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Blue Ivy, was killed by police after a drug-fueled nude rampage in Miami in recent summer. But that's not the end of it. In 2001, Jay-Z entered a guilty plea to the charge that he stabbed record producer Lanson Rivera after a fight that took place in a nightclub. He then finished the 3 years of his probation without any problems. Jay-Z has further claimed that he shot his brother, who was a heroin addict at the time when he was just 12 years old and living up in the Marcy slums in Brooklyn. And though his brother was shot, he lived through it and decided not to press charges. And perhaps most recently, Jay-Z has asserted that his experience as a street dealer of crack cocaine in the 1980s helped him learn about budgets. Thus, does this indicate that Jay-Z has not only cheated on Beyoncé on several occasions, but has also put her in danger by exposing her to the bodily harm that narcotics cause? Well, this is a distinct possibility. As for Beyoncé, it doesn't seem like it's her first rodeo with someone who has drug and addiction problems. That's right, Beyoncé removed her father from his position as her manager in 2011 after accusations that he had checked himself into rehab for substance abuse issues. Meanwhile, Beyoncé stated that the breakup was solely due to disagreements in artistic direction. She explained it to the media later by saying, "It took some time for my dad and me to come to an understanding. We did have some problems." Later on, her father nevertheless admitted that he was addicted to sex as well as alcohol and drugs.
I would not be the woman I am if I did not go home to that man.
Jay-Z and Beyoncé are the very definition of a power couple, but over the years, we've seen a lot of crack.
Rappers have been making references to substance use in their lyrics ever since the 1980s. Some people have acknowledged the positive effects of drug use and paid tribute to it, while others have voiced their concern about the culture surrounding drugs, putting an emphasis on the adverse effects, including addiction. Not to mention, crack cocaine use became an epidemic across the country in the 1980s, coinciding with the rise in the popularity of rap music. For those of you who are unaware, crack is a freebase version of cocaine that can be smoked to induce a high. Crack is further produced by processing cocaine with ammonia or baking soda. Having said that, crack cocaine immediately became popular in economically disadvantaged urban populations because it is less expensive and more easily accessible than powdered cocaine. And let's not forget that the crack pandemic was responsible for the deaths of thousands of people. Those who were able to survive their usage of the drug were plagued with serious medical and mental issues, including hallucinations, seizures, psychosis, depression, and addiction. Some of these issues were even fatal. And, in spite of his repugnance for the drug, Jay-Z started selling crack cocaine in the 1980s. When questioned about whether or not he experienced feelings of remorse for his role in contributing to the crack epidemic, he expressed regret. On the other hand, the rumored control that he has been exhibiting over Beyoncé as of late suggests that the opposite is true. Additionally, Jay-Z has time and again made quite disturbing references to drugs, expressing how he is addicted to them in one way or another through his music. One of his lyrics even says, "You look out in the puddles on the curbs, crack vials are littered in the side of the curbs. You could smell it in the hallways. That putrid smell, I can't explain it, but it's still in my mind when I think about it." Having said that, rapper 50 Cent was also introduced to illegal substances when he was a resident of the borough of Queens and city of New York. When he was 8 years old, his mother, who had a career as a drug dealer, passed away. After another 4 years, he started selling crack while he was still living with his grandma. At the age of 19, he was arrested for allegedly selling cocaine to an undercover officer. 50 Cent, much like a large number of other rappers, incorporates his past experience as a drug dealer into his music. In the song Corner Bodega, he raps about his life as an interstate drug trafficker, and in the song Ghetto Koran, he discusses the interactions he had while working as a cocaine dealer. Denny Kolsch, a mental health counselor located in Orlando who specializes in addiction and mood-related problems, suggests that socioeconomic reasons may be another reason why African-American rappers make references to drug usage in their music. Anyways, as far as Jay-Z and Beyoncé are concerned, Beyoncé seems to be having addiction problems for quite some time now. And whether or not it is because of her husband, well, that is yet to be confirmed. But when we are talking about her specifically, it has been reported that she used to be quite high all the time back in her early 20s. That's right, as per a Reddit thread, Solange used to be a regular of mine and NOLA, she was always stoned out of her mind. Girl gets hangry. Edit since y'all asking, not a ton to say. She was usually very sweet and friendly, except when she got a little too high and forgot when we did and didn't serve food. She had a bad habit of showing up in the between time and expecting us and other restaurants to feed her. That's all for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.